All right, I'm here with my good friend Derrick Stevens. And Derrick, thanks for joining us.
Glad to be here.
Derrick went through the very first ever official 40 Days of Focus. And Derrick, what was the one simple choice you took on for 40 consecutive days?
Well, it was diet change, but I removed alcohol from my life for that period of time, and I also added and chose to juice vegetable and fruit juices for 40 days straight.
So you took out one thing and added another?
I took out one and added another.
Okay, and did you do that every day? Were you consistent every day?
I was consistent every day, and that was a challenge some days, but you find yourself trying to make excuses, and I was able to get past that. But,
what was the most challenging thing about it for you?
There's always temptation everywhere you go. There's temptation. There's things that go on. Fortunately, I don't watch TV, so I didn't have to deal with the fast food commercials. But there's always temptation. Friends going out, networking events, and things that challenge. You don't notice how much temptation you're dealing with until you take out something that you're tempted for. So,
what ripples did you notice develop as a result of this? What changed in you, or what changed in your environment?
A lot of ripples. Perspective was my biggest thing. I've used it as earth-shattering and groundbreaking this last year. Life has been great for me, and this 40-day focus really changed my perspective on a lot of things.
How specifically did it change your
I don't feel like there's anything that I can't deal with. You make a commitment, 40 days of commitment. You make a commitment. I also view commitment differently. If I don't feel like I can't do something, then I'm not going to commit to doing it. But it's a challenge, and I think I look at the value of the confidence that comes with that, and the ability to commit to something goes far and beyond the diet that I had. It was a psychological and emotional and physical benefit and value and challenge throughout that process as well.
Is there anything you've noticed that's different about your work or your relationships, or something that we would think of as outside of that realm of health and fitness?
Well, yeah. I think there's an emotional and mental stability that comes with that, whether it be networking or whether it be. I've noticed these things change. The awareness is probably more than anything. That's a good word for it, awareness. But the ability to evaluate what's going on around me and what's going on with me has changed a lot.
Very cool. And this is now about 6 months later, 5 to 6 months later. Anything that you've noticed now that's continued to be a ripple for you or for other people in your life as a direct or even indirect result of this choice?
Yeah, I've noticed a lot of people have made comments on things that they've noticed that didn't know that I've gone through the program. And,
like what?
Confidence. I get that a lot. I get a lot of different things that might have been there before, and maybe I don't notice they've changed as much, and that's where the awareness comes in. I guess positive thoughts, the way I look at things, like I said, perspective's probably been the biggest. Perspective is a broad range, so that covers a lot of things. So there's a lot more things affected in my life that go far beyond the diet or the 40 days that are still rippling, and I'm still yet to uncover probably more. Some of the bigger ones are more personal, so I'm not going to share those.
Yeah, of course. Anything that you learned about yourself that you would want to share?
I learned a lot about myself, but like I said, it just go back to, I think the ability to feel like there's not really anything you can't do if you don't, if you choose to do it. There's nothing that can stop you from doing it as long as you're willing to make the commitment, show up, do it every day, and be willing to observe your emotional and physical and mental attitude throughout the process, because that really shows you and defines who you are.
Well, not a lot of people are willing to do that, so I acknowledge you for making the choice and staying the course. Well done, man.
Hey, thanks.
One simple choice to change the course of your life. Thanks so much.
Thanks.